Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our Sunday school class this morning. Martha will be with us in a little bit. She's getting ready for your crafts, which you'll do a little bit later. Before we begin, though, I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are watching us today. We hope it's been a time of celebration for you and your families today. It's also been a time of celebration for Martha and myself this weekend because Friday was Martha's birthday, and we celebrated her birthday with a party, and we had some cakes. So we've not only had a Mother's Day celebration today, we also had a birthday party celebration earlier, so it's been a weekend of celebrations. And we hope that you've also enjoyed the weekend and had some celebrations in your household as well. So let me take off my celebration glasses and talk about our Sunday school class this morning, our Sunday school lesson this morning. This morning we're going to learn about Peter and Tabitha, boys and girls. Tabitha was beloved in her community. She was helping us. She helped others in need in her community. She also helped make clothes. And one day Tabitha got very sick and appeared to have died, boys and girls. Peter came to her bedside, knelt down and prayed, and a miracle occurred, and Tabitha awoke, and she became well, boys and girls. So that's going to be our story. We're going to read it to you in a little bit. But it also shows in this story the power of prayer and how impactful it can be on our daily lives. It also talks about Tabitha and the example she can be for us in our daily life with regards to helping others in the community. And also talks about the power of faith that we can have through prayer in our lives, boys and girls. So as you go into this week, I hope you remember to help someone every day, whether that's your brothers and sister, whether that's your mom and dad, whether that's your friends or neighbors. Do something nice for someone every day. And also don't forget to be grateful for everything you've got around you. My gratefuls today are Martha, to celebrate her birthday, my sister, who has two great girls that are my nieces, and then also another grateful I have is knowing you, boys and girls. Although we're doing this virtually, we'll be back in class soon, so we can do this in person. So that's going to be our lesson as we talk about it today. Give me a second, I'll be back with you to read the story, and Martha will be with you in a little bit to do a craft with you. Welcome back, boys and girls. It's story time this morning for us. We'll be reading from the Celebration Bible book again, boys and girls. This is from Acts 9, verses 36 through 43. And again, the stories about Peter and Tabitha. There was a disciple named Tabitha, boys and girls. She loved and cared for everyone who was in need. She made tunics and clothing to give away to people. Tabitha became very sick, and she died. Her friends washed her body and laid her body on a bed. Her friends were very sad. They heard that Peter was nearby, another disciple, so they sent two people to find him. The two found him and begged him to come back to Tabitha's house. Peter went with them. Peter entered Tabitha's room. All of Tabitha's friends were there. They were crying, missing her. Peter asked everyone to leave Tabitha's room. He knelt down and he prayed. "Tabitha, get up," he said. And Tabitha opened her eyes and sat up. And Peter helped her stand as they called out all of Tabitha's friends back into the room, proclaiming, "She is alive! She is alive!" So that's the story of Peter and Tabitha as told in Acts, boys and girls. Again, it's a story about the power of prayer, the power of faith, the need for us to do well in the community, and how we every day can make a difference in everybody else's life in our community, and our need for us to pray every day as well. So that's our lesson for this morning. Let's go on to our video, and Martha will be back in a little bit with your craft.
Greetings, I'm Carly. In today's Bible story, we meet a woman named Tabitha. Tabitha was known for being really kind and for showing love to all those around her. Her life was filled with serving others and making sure that her community had all that they needed. She reminds me of my next-door neighbor. My neighbor is amazing. She always helps anyone whenever they need it. She bakes bread for people, lets people stay over at her house, and she always says nice things to everyone she meets. The whole community loves her so much because of the way that she loves everyone around her. I bet Tabitha's community loved her like that too, because she helped everyone in need. But something really sad happened to Tabitha. She got really sick and she died. The community was really, really sad. They loved her. They did everything that they could for her. Some people heard that Tabitha's friend, Peter, was nearby, so they went to get him. They didn't know what he could do, but they wanted to make sure that they tried everything. Her community wanted to care for her just like she cared for them. When Peter hears about Tabitha, he comes immediately. Together, they share memories of Tabitha and how she served her community. After that, Peter speaks to Tabitha and a miracle happens. She gets up. Wow, this is amazing! And it all started with love. Tabitha loved her community, and the community loved her during a really hard situation. And because Peter loved Tabitha and the community, he came to see how he could help. In this case, a miracle happened. But the biggest miracle of all was the love shared in the community. Tabitha is remembered as someone who loved and served others. Each of us can do the same. Now, it's time for you to wonder.
So our lesson today, we talk about Tabitha, and it says Tabitha was a disciple. You remember what a disciple is? It's someone who loves Jesus and follows Jesus and teaches other people about Jesus as well. So the story says that Tabitha got very sick, but there were a whole group of people with her to take care of her. That's one of the things that happens when we follow Christ, is that we are with people who also love Jesus and love Christ, and then we also love one another. So think about it at school. Your parents aren't at school when you go to school, but there's a group of people there who are going to care for you and love you. And you love them too. You probably love your teacher or maybe your principal or some of the kids in your class. And when you come to Sunday school, your parents aren't in the room. They're probably someplace in the building. But there's a group of people there that love you and care for you and that you love and care for. And on your sports team, there's people there I bet you love. Maybe you love your coach. Maybe you love the other players. So having a group of people around you that you love and that love you is such an important piece of life. So when Tabitha got sick, all these people came to be with her and to care for her because she had loved them and they loved her. So we love people even outside our family, and that's real important. Our family is so important, but we want to love others as well. So one of the things the story says is that Tabitha was known in the community because of clothes that she prepared for other people. I don't know if she sewed them, I bet she did. Maybe she mended them, not sure. But they said that she provided clothes for other people. So that got me thinking about how we can show love for others and help others by sharing our clothes. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get too many t-shirts. And yet I know there's other kids who don't have enough t-shirts. So maybe one of the things we want to do this week is to look at your clothes and talk to your parents and say, or your grandparents and say, maybe I have some clothes to share. I was looking in my closet. I found out I love the Mavericks basketball, but I have 2 green t-shirts that are Mavericks shirts. Well, I like them both, but do I really need 2 green Maverick shirts? So maybe I'll choose one. I think I'll choose this bright, happy one and give it away and just keep one shirt because that's all I need, right? So that would be fun to give another kid a fun Maverick shirt. I bet they'd like it. And then I realized, oh my goodness, my Kansas shirt's this is where I went to school. It's getting a little worn out. But I went and bought myself a new one. And then I thought, I really love my old one with the long sleeves. So this one's brand new. So I'll give that away to somebody who maybe needs a shirt. Because really, I don't need 2 shirts. And this one's not that worn out. And I like it. So I can give that one away too. Somebody will enjoy having that KU t-shirt. And then I found this shirt, which I really like because it's pretty with the pink and the purple. But you know what? It's too small now. I've grown and it doesn't fit anymore. So no reason to keep it in my closet, right? No reason to have it in my drawer. I could give that away and somebody else can enjoy those funny pink guys and the purple colors. So these are ways that we can, kind of look at what we have and how we can share with others. And we can bring joy to others so they will enjoy the shirts that we enjoyed too. You need to always remember that even though we have plenty of clothes, there are children who live not very far from you who don't have enough. And so one of the ways we show love for our community and love for one another is to share what we have extra of. Share the things that we don't really need or use and that they might really, really like. Okay, I hope you'll think about that this week, and maybe you and your mom or dad or somebody can help you kind of look at your clothes and see, do I have anything to share, and how much fun it'd be to share with others. I hope you have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Your voice is everywhere, in pictures and songs that hang in the air, to show us the way you love. And we sing along, and you're teaching us why you washed our feet. The greatest must become the least. 'Cause there's power in these things we do them to remember you, how we called out and you came through for us. Oh, we remember your love. You blessed and broke the bread. You gave us a way to taste what you said, 'cause you poured out everything, and you never wanted us to forget the promises we heard, and how you give and keep your word. So there's power in these things we do them to remember you, how we called out and you came through for us. Oh, we remember your love. But even though we sometimes fall asleep, while we watch and while we wait, we'll be making preparations for the celebration day. So there's power in these things we do them to remember you, how we called out and you came through for us. Oh, we remember your love. Oh, we remember your love.